Bang! What is good, YouTube? It's your boy Stash Tooper, and today we are running another tier list video. Today we are actually running another Colorways one like we did with the Jaws. We're doing a tier list of every single Way 10 colorway that I could find. I'm doing the highs and the lows in one video. I figure it's like similar shoe. Real quick before we start though, I want to show you guys the Way 10s that I actually have in my collection. The first pair that I have, which are my favorite, are the Cherry Blossoms, aka the Hubba Bubbas. Shout out to Doobs. The second colorway is up on the wall, which is the Way 10 Arts. Those are the highs, and I actually have one more that I haven't showed anyone yet. So I will briefly show them on camera just as a surprise. And yes, I'm wearing pants. They're just short shorts. I'll show them briefly on camera. So I'll actually show them for a longer time. But yeah, again, shout out to Way for making some heat sneakers. Today we're going to be looking at a lot of them. Super heat. I don't want to waste any more of your time because I know how valuable it is. Let's get to it! You guys should see my computer screen if everything goes to plan. Here we have about 21 colorways. I think it's 21. Maybe you guys can count for me. But we got 21 colorways of the Way 10s, combination of the highs and the lows. Now there aren't 21 colorways that actually released of the Way 10s. This is a combination of Way 10s that have released, along with some samples. I don't think there are any PEs, but there are some samples on here, or some versions that were only available in other countries such as China. But you know what, without further ado, let's get right to the tier list. As you can see, we got S, A, B, C, D, and F. F is obviously the worst tier. S is that super tier, and I'm gonna be placing each of these shoes within one of those tiers, making that tier list. And I just want to clarify, all these shoes on this list are super clean, and I would love to have every single one of them. I'm holding them to a very high standard because they're Way 10s, and I'm gonna be comparing them to each other. So one of them might make it into the F tier, but it's an F tier for Ways, so it's really like an B tier for most shoes. So that's just clarification. Let's get right into it. So up first, we do have the South Beaches. This is a colorway of the highs that I think are crazy clean. Out of all the highs that have released, these are actually my favorite of them. I think this is a super clean colorway. Something about that pink with the blue. Again, you guys know how I feel about pink shoes. Love them. So overall, I am a very big fan of this shoe. I think there's a lot of detail in them, and again, just the color pattern really hits with me. So therefore, I'm gonna pop these. I think off rip we're getting an A tier. I don't think they are S tier. I think they're super clean, but I don't think they're S tier worthy because that's like a very exclusive spot in this tier list. So on to the next. So next we have a colorway that I again do not have. These are the Way 10 low elements. The next shoe is actually an element 2. One's the high and one's the low. This is the low. Super clean colorway. The mostly black with like that little flame design. Super clean. This is hands down one of my favorite Way 10 lows. I think I'd have to put it top 3, maybe top 5. Super clean. I wish I would have gotten these when they came out. Unfortunately, I wasn't sent these from Way. Again, the other ones I have, shout out to Way. These I did not get, so again, I wish I had my hands on them one day. Maybe I will, but right now I can't justify another Way 10 purchase. Overall, they are crazy clean. I think one of the cleanest Way 10 lows. Therefore, I think off rip we're already going to S tier. I think they're super clean. Gotta pop them in the S tier spot. On to the next. So bang, next we have, like I said earlier, another Way 10 element colorway. These are the highs and those are the lows. Funny thing is, the highs and the lows are completely different colorways. It's not like the same one, but one's a high and one's a low. They're called the same, but they're in reality completely different shoes. These, again, I think are super clean. The only thing is, again, the lightning design. Again, I'm a big fan of it. I'd love to have them, but you know what, in comparison to the rest of the Ways, clean, but I wouldn't say the cleanest. I think these have a good spot in the number 2 spot, aka B slot. So I think these I'll pop right in the B slot, and while I'm at it, I might just get a little bit of hydration. Apologies. So next we're on to the Way 10 low white hot. I'm actually going to move the other one up too. There are actually 2 white hots on this list. One's a high and one's a low. In this instance, they're almost the exact same shoe. I'm pretty sure just this little like carbon fiber plate right here on one of them is actually black, the lows, and on the highs, they're actually white. But that's like a very subtle difference. Everything else about the shoe is essentially the same. Just one's a high and one's a low. In my opinion, I like the look of all white shoes, but in use, they kind of go to shit. They start to turn brown after a few uses. I'm overall just not the biggest fan of them. Therefore, but I do like the lows more than the highs. So I think I'm going to get 2 down and 1. I think the lows I'll put in the C tier. And maybe I'll put the highs. The highs might stick in the C tier with it, or it just might go slightly below. I think I might. It's got to go right in there in the C tier with it. I think they're essentially the same shoe, just one's a high and one's a low. So I think I got to keep them kind of in the same spot. Are you interested in winning a pair of Ja 1s, LeBron 20s, KD 16s, or a pair of GT Cut 2s? Then hear me out. This month, I'm giving you all the opportunity to possibly win one of these shoes. Depending on the subscriber count that I meet by the end of this month, August, I may be giving away 1, 2, 3, maybe even 4 pairs of hoop shoes to y'all. Here's the graphic right here of the shoes I'll be giving away. If I hit 5K by the end of the month, I'm giving away a pair of Jaws. If I hit 10K by the end of the month, I'm giving away a pair of KD 16s. If I hit 15K by the end of the month, I'm giving away a pair of GT Cut 2s. And if I hit that 25K by the end of the month, I'm giving away a pair of LeBron 20s too. Now I bet you're wondering, Stash Super, how do I get these free shoes? Let me tell you. To enter, there are just a few small steps. First, you need to sub to the YouTube channel. That's the biggest thing. Next, you need to comment under a video posted in the month of August, your favorite part of the video, and your shoe size. If you do that under one video, you have one raffle ticket within the giveaway. If you do that under all 30 videos that I am posting this month, you will get 30 tickets and 30 times the chance of winning a pair of hoop shoes if we hit those marks. So again, if you want to possibly win a pair of hoop shoes, subscribe, comment under all my videos in August, and let me know your shoe size and your favorite part of the video. Let's get to that 25K so y'all can get 4 pairs. Back to the video. Bang, on to the next. This is the other Miami colorway. The first ones I talked about, those were the South Beaches, and these are just the straight up Miami colorway. I'm in love with a lot of Way 10s, and again, I love every single one of these shoes if I could get them all in my collection. But for Way 10s, I think this might be the ugliest one. This colorway, again, I don't know what it is with the color pattern. It's like the yellow to pink to blue. I'm not the biggest fan. I don't wear like that color scheme very much, so it would kind of be hard to match these with a fit. Not that really matters, but I like to kind of like, you know what, I got so many shoes now, I can match it with a fit. So I think I'm going to pop those in F tier, clean. But again, for Way 10s, I don't think it meets up to the standard that they really have. So these are the arts, which are right there. Shout out to Way. But yeah, I love the Way 10 arts. Again, the Way 10s are one of my favorite basketball shoes, if not the best performing basketball shoe in my collection. Love them to death. The Way 10 arts, again, thank you to Way for sending them over. Super clean. I like the colorway, how it's almost like a color blocking, how halfway through the shoe, that like little shank on the side changes from blue to that green. It's got that red, it's got that pink. Overall, I'm a big fan of the colorway, but again, I don't think it meets up to the S tier or A tier. I think I might have to pop these down in the B tier with the Element highs. Again, really clean shoe, but we're holding these to a very high standard today. So next, we got the Valentines. My little brother Dubes actually has a pair of these, and I was very jealous, but you know what? And then I got these, which I think are the best colorway. Spoiler alert. But yeah, I think the Valentines are super clean. Again, they came out on Valentine's Day. Surprise. Super clean shoe. Again, these are one of those shoes that I was very tempted to buy. And then I was like, you know, I couldn't justify it because, you know, I got 3 pairs of these shoes. I don't need another one. At some point, I got to even hold myself accountable. So, you know what? I was like, you know what? I don't need these, but they are super clean. The hints of pink, mostly tan. The Valentine's Day, I think it's got like little hearts design on it too. Crazy clean. I'm tempted to put these in the S tier. Tempted to put these in the S tier. Tempted to put these in the S. Bro, what the I'm popping them in the S tier. But I just realized I don't have the 2 colorways that I have in my collection in here. I need to quickly fix this. I'll be right back. All right, so bang, we are back. I added the 2 shoes that are in my collection. I don't know how I forgot to add these. I thought I went through every single shoe. I think it was something wrong with the actual uploading process, so apologies for that. I'm glad I fixed the problem. Back to what I was talking about though. Valentine's are super clean, but I do not know. They're like on the A. They're probably like an A++. I don't know if they're S tier though. I'm like, I don't know if I could put, because I feel like I can only put limited spots in S. They make it S tier, bro. They're super clean. I gotta put them up there. So bang, we're on to the next. These are the test R1s. Again, I think this is a very, very unique colorway, super clean. But again, holding it to that way 10 standard that we're actually having today. Because again, all these, if I was holding them to a normal standard, I'd put them, most of them A, B, and S tier. But we're holding them to a high standard today. So with these, again, I'm not the biggest fan of this colorway. I think compared to other way 10s, not the cleanest. Therefore, I think I might have to pop these D tier, bro. I think I'm popping them D tier. Not the cleanest. Again, they're not bad looking. I'd love to have them, but they're not the cleanest out of all the way 10s. So bang, on to the next. We got the way 10 lavenders. Again, I'm a big fan of these solid colorway shoes. In regards to like any shoe, just the solid colors always do something for me. The purple and then the mints are up next. Again, both clean shoes. Before the purple, the lavenders. Again, I think they're a super clean colorway. I think they're either A tier, or B tier, just because again the solid colors do something for me, especially that purple. I think I'm popping them A tier. I think they're super clean. I love the solid colors do so much for me. They make me on to the next. So next, onto the mint. Again, these are super clean, very similar to the lavenders. I like them both a lot, but I think these are just slightly worse than the lavenders, and therefore I think I will pop them just an easy B spot tier. Next, we're moving on to the first pick colorway of the way 10s. I actually don't know why they're called this, because again, I don't think Dwayne Way was the first pick last time I checked. But regardless of that, but yeah, all that aside, I'm not the biggest fan of these shoes. Something about the design, super detailed. Again, if I could have these shoes, I would. But in comparison to the other way 10s, I don't think they're really the cleanest of them all. I feel like they're a little DTM, doing too much. And I think for that reason, I think I'll pop them right in that D slot along with the test R1s. Not the cleanest. Again, super clean shoe, just in comparison to way 10s, not the cleanest. Next, we're moving on to the Team No Sleeps. Again, clean colorway, but something about the blue paired with the grayish black paired with the white. Again, clean shoe. I want to clarify that. But in comparison to other way 10s, I'm just not the biggest fan of these. This colorway just does not do it for me. I feel like, again, it doesn't fit well, the colors. So I think I'm going to have to pop these right next to the other two and pop them in the D slot. Here we move on to one that I believe was only released outside of the US. These, I believe, were some sort of collaboration with a team. Correct me if I'm wrong. I think these are very clean. I take that back. Something about the mostly white with just the colored plates do not do much for me. I think these will have to stick with the Miamis in the F tier. Again, not the cleanest. So bang, next we're moving on to some of the first release colorways of the way 10s. These are like the classics. The first is the Blossoms. Off-rip, I have the Blossom colorway of the Shadow 4s. I really love them. But these, I don't know what it is. I'm a fan of the Blossom colorway, but again, the mostly white shoes, you guys know how I feel about those. After you use them a few times and they start changing color, they lose a lot of their looks. For these, again, like the slight bit of tan on it, I still think they're a clean shoe, but again, in comparison to other way 10s, I think I'm going to have to put these more towards, I don't know, I think I might even have to go D slot. I'm going to have to go D slot. I think, again, they're clean, but for way 10s, I don't think they're the cleanest. Bang, on to the next, we got the way 10. I think this is the Team 305s, correct me if I'm wrong. Really clean shoe. They're essentially the same as the White Hots, but and then that little plate on the side is actually like chrome domed. So I think that's a nice little touch, but I don't think it puts it over the edge of getting into the next tier. I think we could put this right next to the other two white colorways and pop them in the C tier. So onto this gray colorway. This is, I believe, a 10th anniversary for something in regards to Way of Wade. I don't know how I feel about these. These are like, they kind of remind me of the Hardens behind me. The chrome domes is what I like to call them. A lot of gray and a little bit of shininess. But again, I don't think they're necessarily the cleanest. Alright, I am back. Unfortunately, the world does not want me to film this video. I somehow ran out of storage on my phone when I have 128 gigabytes. Don't know how that happened, but cleared up some space. We're continuing the video. As I was saying, the chrome domes, I think, reached the F tier. Something about them just doesn't do it for me. On to the next. So next we got the Way 10 Sunrise. I'm actually a fan of this. Again, it's very similar to the Blossom, but essentially a black colorway. I think I could pop these kind of up there with the big dogs. I don't know. I think they're between the B tier and the C tier. I think I'm gonna mess around. Toss them. I'm gonna toss them in the B tier. So bang, next we move on to the shoe that I may or may not have. I might have them. Long story short, I don't need to say much. The full colorways do something for me when they're all one color. The orange, super clean. I don't even need to say anything. You guys know where these are going. You guys know where these are going. And the Hubba Bubbas are next. You guys already know where these are going. I'm not gonna waste your time. They're going both S tier. Super clean shoes. I don't need to say anything, bro. They're 10s. They're 10s. Next, we're moving on to the sample part of the Way 10s. Here are 3 samples that were never released. The first one's kind of this black fade colorway. Super clean. I'm actually a big fan of these. If they released them, I might actually snag them. Fortunately, I don't think they're actually releasing. I think these are right below the S tier. I think they get to go into that A spot. Really clean. I'm a big fan. Second to last, we got these white Way 10s. Super clean. Something about that black toe does it for me. But again, I don't think these are clean enough to meet that S tier standard, because again, most of it is white, and you guys know how I feel about shoes that are white, because they'll get dirty, yada yada. I don't want to say anymore. I think these would be S tier, but I'm gonna bring it down right there in the A tier, pop it right there. Lastly, we got this futuristic colorway. I think, as the wise man Doobie would say, DTM. So bang, here's my final list of my Way 10 colorways. Again, all of them I think are super clean. Way 10 is a crazy nice brand. If you guys are thinking of getting any, please do. Not sponsored. They just hit me with some free stuff occasionally. But yeah, let me know how you guys think about my list. If I have any atrocious rankings. I appreciate y'all for watching this far. Like the mid-roll said, if you could subscribe, comment under any video I post this month, your favorite part along with the shoe size, that's an entry to the giveaway. You can do it under 30 videos, 30 chances to win a pair of shoes. Appreciate y'all for watching this far. Again, let me know how you guys feel about my list. I'll leave a link in the description if you guys want to do it too. Appreciate y'all for watching this far, because not a lot of people do. Appreciate y'all. I'll see you in the next video.